Okay, let's start this recording now. Welcome back, guys. Little update. Trying out some new software. My NVIDIA GTX 1050 Ti has built-in screen recording. I'm trying to get it to actually record at 1080p, but it keeps going to 1050, some weird resolution that I think has to do with the bar down at the bottom, taskbar. Also, those of you that know that I've programmed in the past using an engine built-in Nuclear Fusion API, which is essentially DirectX. That project, the people involved with making that has kind of fizzled out to nothing. I think the website's even gone down. I haven't been there in a long time. Yeah, so I moved away from that, and I'm just going to turn up my microphone here because I have a feeling it's not recording me. So hopefully it's getting me properly now. Anyhow, yeah, so I've decided to work on getting to know Unity. A friend of mine and I've decided to make a game, a tank-based game. I'm not going to show really any of that project, so I have just a basic one that I use to load in some different meshes that I'm working on, like this tank, and I basically build them and set them up in Ultimate Unwrap, which is a program for texturing and unwrapping for making painted textures for meshes. And I kind of do it the old way by hand. I know there's new tools and stuff, but I guess I do what I've learned. Anyhow, coming from Max, different versions of 3D Max, I've put, I found that Unity, the way it is now versus when I looked at it a long time ago, has a very art-friendly, very art-centric, friendly way of working. It's almost like working inside of, actually, some aspects were a lot like Max, but it's a lot easier now. I mean, I just open up the object file, bring it in as an asset. I can work on the materials here the way I would have expected to in an art program and just put them on, and that's ready to go. What you see there, there's scripts too. Scripting is in C#, and that's very close to C. I've learned C for most of all my other coding was done in C or C++, so C# is extremely familiar. It's pretty much C, and my take on it would be slightly lazier. I'm not going to get too much into Unity because there's plenty of videos on how to use Unity. Mainly just a small update in the fact that I am coding again. I am working on a code-based project. What you're seeing on the screen right now, which I hope it's actually recording its full extent in 1080p. It might not be. I'm not sure about that. But I'm also hoping this has recorded my voice properly because I'm using a program called Voicemeeter. And hopefully I've got it all patched through virtual patch cables and whatnot. And I have the microphone gain up loud enough for you guys to actually hear me. So hopefully that's working. Whether I'm actually getting this at, oh yeah, see, of course the screen is, it's between the title bar. See, it's probably not going to read the screen full height. Anyhow, I have a feeling it's only going to render this at 1050. If that's the case, you're going to see black bars on either side. So I'm going to have to figure out how to look on the NVIDIA forums. For those of you who don't know, I recently swapped out the old ATI card in here that maxed out at DirectX 9 for the GTX 1050 Ti before the price went totally nuts to improve my video rendering and actually give me, access to the modern APIs for coding. And I found it's made a lot of things simpler and comes with things like this NVIDIA experience that allows me to record my desktop. Although for some reason I have a feeling it records my desktop less the height of this, the bar here. Although it does capture it. The final file is a dimension that just doesn't make sense. So we'll see when this gets uploaded. Anyhow, I just have a script running here that is slowly rotating the tank and the turret and elevating the barrel. Nothing too fancy. I mean, if you're used to Unity, I'm probably even doing this wrong. It's very simple. Just this one little bit of code is all it takes to do that. It's from what I'm used to, that's pretty impressive because the rest of it is picked up by the Unity engine itself. Anyhow, just again, I am doing code. I'm probably doing more of the visual assets and mesh side of things. The other fellow I'm working with, Jimmo, he's I'm going to talk to him before I show any of that project that we're both working on. You'll probably only see assets here. He's pretty much a Unity expert when it comes to the code side of things. So I'll be doing the asset and visuals and getting him to show me how to make the visuals work the way we need it. And then hopefully together we'll end up with a nice little tank game and some more information on that as it comes out. And I will be bashing out tanks like this with a little bit more detail. This one was literally just a sketch. It took me about 20 minutes. The object or the hull actually is only the body, and the turret top is a .object file. I created the barrel out of 2 parts using Unity's own cylinder objects, which is pretty cool. If you have sort of any understanding of a 3D CGI program, putting that stuff together is really pretty easy. And for some of my friends on 3dsci-fi.com, if you haven't used Unity yet, it can probably make some of your ships actually animate for you. A lot simpler than some of the other stuff. If you just wanted to make your ship look alive in a scene, it's pretty impressive and pretty simple to do. Anyhow, this is a small update. I don't want to ramble on too much. I am coding again, and you will be seeing probably game update videos and stuff. I'm a newbie for Unity. I'm a U-noob. So until I figure some stuff out, it's probably not going to be all that impressive. And as I go through and learn how the new lighting effects and stuff are coming out, finally Unity's gone to personal use is free until you make enough money to, have to change your license. And trust me, if I ever get to that point, that's a problem I have no problem, or a problem I wouldn't mind having. Anyhow, as always, if you like this kind of thing, thumbs up. Thumbs down if you got to. If you got any questions, put them down below. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.